Good morning, Millennial Morticians. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of this incredible podcast. I know you could have chosen to be anywhere, but you decided to be with us today, and for that, I am forever grateful. Before we get into today's episode, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, Faveo Memorial Live Streaming. Listen, families can't always be in the same place at the same time, but grief doesn't wait. Viveo allows you to connect loved ones from anywhere in the world in real time, making sure nobody misses that final moment of honor. If you are a funeral service and you're not using Viveo yet, you are already behind. Check out our partners, viveo.org. Again, check them out at viveo.org. Well, guys, I hope you guys are hungry and ready to dive into today's episode. I have some exciting topics to share with you, and I want to make sure you guys get what you need so you can get through the week. I'm excited. Get your notebooks out, get your notepads out, circle around in your funeral home. It's time to dive in. Let me ask you something. What if I told you that most people don't realize the value of a goodbye? Usually until it's too late. Not because they didn't care, not because they didn't love the person, but because they thought they had more time. In funeral services, I see something the average person doesn't usually see. I see the aftermath of I'll call them later. I see the weight of I should have checked in. I hear the words over and over again. I just talked to them. I didn't think this would happen. I wasn't ready. And the truth is, nobody ever is. But what hurts the most isn't death itself, it's unfinished moments. We live in a world where we can delay everything. I'll text them tomorrow. I'll visit next week. I'll say how I feel when the time is right. But in this line of work, I've learned something powerful. The time is never guaranteed, only the opportunity is. And once the opportunity passes, you don't get a redo. You don't get a second chance. You don't get another chance to say what needed to be said. You only get one goodbye. And here's what makes this even deeper. Sometimes the goodbye doesn't happen at the funeral. It happens in the hospital room, on the phone call you almost didn't answer, in the random check-in message, in the I love you you almost didn't say. That's the real goodbye. The funeral, that's just a reflection of the goodbye. I'll repeat that again. The funeral, that's just the reflection of it. It's a sad and somber moment for a lot of people. It's unreal, like we just talked about. The real goodbye are the hardest goodbyes for people to process, and often the ones that really, really stick and stay with people beyond the death, because that's your last interaction with that person in a way that's heartfelt, that's connected, and that brings you back to a moment in time where you cherished the person while they were here. Working in funeral services has changed how I live my life. I don't wait to show love anymore. I don't assume people know how I feel. I don't take conversations for granted because I've seen what happens to people when people wish they, I'm telling you right now, build your life, I wish I would have. Listen, call someone you've been thinking about. Tell someone you love them out loud. Fix a relationship that's been sitting in silence. Say what needs to be said today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because one day, the opportunity won't be there. And when that day comes, you'll either carry peace or you'll carry regret. And trust me, I've seen both. Please, guys, take the moments to cherish the people around you, to love on them, show them that you care, Show them that they matter, that they're important, that their life means something real to you in every which way. That's all for today's episode of Millennial Mortician. If this episode spoke to you, share it to somebody who needs to hear it. Well, guys, you guys, I know how I like to end things. I'm your host, Jaden Fowlkes, and this is the Millennial Mortician Podcast, a podcast that engraves. And I hope it engraved you, your family, your friends, and everyone in your circle this week with love and care and grace. Love you guys. Catch you in the next one.